Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is December the 7th, and just figured we'd go on a little walk out here today and enjoy this beautiful day that the Lord has made. Just walking the trails a little bit, and they get a little fire going, and just sit and chill for a little while. Get a shelter set up. All right, y'all join me. Just heading through the trails here. Just love being in the woods. There's just, I don't know, just nothing else like it. We're going to go to our little overlook here that we have on our property. Over here where the bench is at. Take a look down at the Little Uwharrie River. Water is kind of low, but I still love the view from up here. So there's where we like to come sit and just escape the world and have some coffee, talk to God, and just look out down through here. Just admire the view. Heading on down to the bottomland. This is where I usually like to hang out, and we ride mini bikes and stuff down here too. And the only thing is if it's heavy flash flood rains, this land can be underwater at times. So definitely got to plan ahead if you're going to do any kind of camping or anything like that. But beautiful nonetheless. Bunch of bamboo growing over there on the neighbor's property. But yeah, kind of like this little getaway down here. Be able to just come down and just chill and hang out with family and friends. And I love the view. Here's where I ended up doing the Adirondack shelter video the other day. Left a couple of my stakes in the ground. Ended up using those again, so I just kind of left them there. You can kind of see here, we got trails all down through here and up through the woods on the property and everything. Ended up doing that little quick reflector wall. I know it's not perfectly neat and the pieces all cut the same, but I was just using broken deadfall that was laying around. And the other day when I was using this, all the leaves were blown away. I promise you that. And that hole is a little deeper than what this camera is showing. But I would definitely put some rocks around it if I was going to be out here super windy conditions. But yeah, beautiful day. It's a little brisk. Hope a lot of you are out enjoying this day. Maybe doing some bushcraft, camping type activities, or heck, just sitting around the fire. Nothing wrong with that at all. So to keep my bag off the ground and just keep everything clean, I like to put a loop around a tree and use a toggle just to keep my bag, like I say, just off the ground and dry. It also lets me work at it or work from it from waist height. So I usually just take a stick, something like this, take my loop, go around the tree, come back through the loop, pull it tight, come up through the back of my bag, back up through my loop, and then insert the toggle. And there you go. Get to everything I want to get to right here. Perfect. Yeah, believe it or not, that chair right there, I know that's not bushcraft or primitive camping, but it's one of them deals, the good Lord kind of sent it to me. It was after a heavy rain we had down here. It flooded kind of down here in this area. There's probably a good few inches of water through here. And that chair was down here wedged at one of these trees out here. So I thought, you know what? One single chair, I spend a lot of time down here, I'll put it to good use. Why not? All right, so I went ahead and went and gathered some rocks to go ahead and put around this thing. I mean, it's not even really windy now at all. There's a slight breeze in the air, but just to be on the safe side. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a little fire started, nothing big. My favorite way to start a fire is with a ferro rod. I like using that and the 90-degree spine of my Mora Eldris knife. But today I'm going to use a ferro rod and the straight edge of my flathead screwdriver on my Leatherman Wingman. So my absolute favorite fire starting material, I like collecting our dryer vent. Dryer lint from our dryer vent. It starts fires really well. It catches a spark super quick. That's what I like the most about it. I usually like to take and put a small layer of that down into the hole. Usually doesn't take much. Like I say, it takes a spark very easy. I've got some twigs here, some that's like pencil lead size, some a little bigger, and then of course I go to the bigger sticks. Then I'll grab some larger pieces of wood. But that's the ferro rod I got. It's a 6" by 1/2 inch made by Bayite. You can get it on Amazon. Like I say, the Leatherman Wingman. The flat edge of the screwdriver works really great for throwing a spark. So we just do that, get it going. Throw some of these small pieces on here. Wait for that to take off. And I'll move this pad back. This thing works good for keeping your knees clean, using it as a little work pad. Like I say, just a small pinch. That's all it takes to get her going. So we'll let that pick up, and I'll be back shortly. So as you can see, it didn't take no time to get that fire started using that dryer lint. Like I say, I highly suggest put you some in a little sandwich baggie, throw it in your pack. Just forget about it. You're out in the woods, it's damp out there or whatever, you can't find any dry grass or dry leaves. I'm telling you, that dryer lint is it's a lifesaver. Yeah, and I'm kind of new to these videos, so you know, they're nothing fancy. I kind of just pause it and just press the record button when I get to a certain point. So if there's mistakes, just like I've made saying dryer vent instead of dryer lint, just bear with me. Like I say, I'm new to all this. I don't know how to do all the editing features with YouTube right now. That's something I wouldn't mind looking into in the future, but for right now, I'm just doing this for fun. That's all it's for. It's for fun. It's for entertainment for you guys. You know, maybe I can teach you something, maybe pass information along that'll help you out, because I definitely use the videos that I watch on YouTube to better educate myself and to improve on the skills that I use when I'm out here in the woods. So again, bear with me with the mistakes, and stay tuned. I'll be right back. As you can see, I've got a good fire going now. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my very first plow point shelter using my DD tarp 3x3. So bear with me, I'll be right back. All right, so what I've done so far, since I say this is the first time that I have made one of these shelters, I just put a loop around the tree, little overhead high, put a toggle and a bowline hitch through the strap of the tarp, and now I've staked out the opposite corner like in a diamond shape. Now I'm going to go ahead and stake out the 2 remaining corners. So let me do that and I will get back with you. So I'm going to go ahead and record while I'm putting those last 2 stakes in. So give me just a second here. We'll see how this turns out. Wow, I can already see why people tend to like this setup. Looks like it's going to provide a lot of room. And I also have the DD Hammocks Magic Carpet, which can also be used as a shelter. It's a ground cover. Perfect, like I say, perfect ground sheet because it's 100% waterproof. I got the it's the Magic Carpet XL. Got it on Amazon. There we go. Not too bad. I'll be honest with you. Very, very easy setup. I mean, no time at all. And like I say, that right there, I just put a bowline knot in that paracord that I wrapped around that tree, and then ran it through that loop here, and just put a stick toggle in it, and 3 stakes. One on this corner, one at the very back corner here, and like I say, one on this opposite corner. So yeah, again, I can see why people really like this setup. So I could use my remaining stakes if I want to and tighten down where you see that daylight there, or you could pile leaves around it too, honestly, to give some good insulation, at least for wind. But yeah, give me just a second. Be right back with you guys. Plenty of room under there. So as you can see, and I'm 6'1", so I'm not exactly a short person. So, but I've got all kinds of room in here. I got plenty of room to put my gear back there in the back, which is hanging on that tree. If I laid out that Magic Carpet tarp I was talking about, you got plenty of coverage in here. You could actually, if you did this with a ridge line for your main anchor point, you could actually put a fire right up a little closer to you. Now, you know, you got to be careful. You don't want embers hitting your tarp, but I do think that would be really nice, and I may do that on the next video, just do a ridge line. I've learned a lot of this stuff, like I said, by watching you guys, and I appreciate everything that you post. Yeah, just go online and do a search for this stuff. Look up hammock shelters, tarp shelters, all that different stuff. A lot of people like to say that they like to hammock camp. They like to use these tarps and do like diamond flies over their hammocks. You can do A-frames over your hammock. I mean, there's all kinds of options. So yeah, be sure to check it out and see what you think. And if any of you guys have got some pointers or some tips for me, I'm all ears. So I'll be right back.